Hello everyone, in this video we will be talking about meters, decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. These are the basic units of measurement for length. Now, as we discussed in class, we put these on a ladder from greatest up here, the meter, to smallest, the millimeter down here. Sorry. And what we want to focus on is converting one to the other. So let's say I have 7 meters that I want to convert into centimeters. How do I do that? Now, our first rule regards whether we are moving down the ladder or up the ladder. If we are starting from the top and moving towards the bottom, then I use multiplication. If we are starting from the bottom and moving towards the top, then I use division. In this case, I have the number 7, and if you look here, I start from the meters and I go towards the centimeters, which means I'm moving down. So I'm going to multiply 7 times. 7 times what? 7 times 10, 100, or 1000. Which of these three numbers depends on how many steps I move down the ladder. So here I am going 2 steps down the ladder. And you might want to take note of the ladder, write it down somewhere on a piece of paper next to you, just so that you can have it next to you while you're doing this exercise at home, and so that you can see it easily. So since I'm moving 2 steps down the ladder, I'm going to multiply with a number that has 2 zeros, meaning 100. And as we know from last year, basically, 7 times 100 is 700. So 7 meters is 700 centimeters. Now, what if I'm moving up the ladder? Let's say I have 400 millimeters. And I want, millimeters. And I want to convert that into decimeters. Like this. So I would be starting from here, from the millimeters, and moving 2 steps up, which means I would take 400. Since I'm moving up the ladder, I would need to divide it by 100. And as we mentioned in class, how do I solve 400 divided by 100? Well, I cross out 2 zeros here, so 2 zeros here, and what I'm left with is just 4. So 400 millimeters is 4 decimeters. Now, what if I have a decimal number? Like, let's say I have 3.43 meters, and I want to write that. I want to convert that into decimeters again, let's say. I would take 3.43 since I'm moving down the ladder from meters to decimeters, that would mean I have to multiply. Since I'm taking 1 step down, I would multiply by 10. And now, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how we multiply decimal numbers with 10, 100, or 1,000, and how we divide decimal numbers with these numbers. So what I would do here is that since I'm multiplying, the comma, the decimal point, needs to go to the right. How many spaces? As many as the zeros here. So 1 space. It would go here. Here. So my answer would be 34.3 decimeters. In case you don't remember exactly how to multiply or divide with 10, 100, or 1,000, you can watch that previous video about how we do that. And that's basically it. Have a good weekend. See you on Monday.